आचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलास महामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे We are looking at the invocatory prayer, not just for this chapter, but for the whole entire Panchadashi. And we will be spending some time looking at this prayer because it ties things together very well and it has a number of functions which we will be finding out shortly. So, Namaha, salutations, surrender. We saw part of the first line yesterday. And the Namaha into who? Unto who? The Namaha, that which is the object of Namaha, always takes the fourth case in Sanskrit for those who know a little bit of Sanskrit. If you don't, then it's okay, no problem, you can just listen. You can tune out whenever grammar discussions are made. Fourth case, dative case. And so, basically, unto, when we say unto, that word unto in the Sanskrit language is already built in the ending of the case endings are built into the word itself. So, Namaha Shri Shankaranandaya Namaha, we can say, or we can say Namah Shri Shankarananda Gurupadambu Janmane. This is why we have to have a little bit of discussion on Sanskrit because the whole first line is one word. The entire first line is what? Just one word. Janmane. That is the fourth case there. Ambu Janman is the word. Ambu Janmane. Ambu Janman means born of water. What is born of water? Yes, we already determined it was not mosquitoes. Okay. Lotus is born of water, so we are not talking of mosquitoes. We are talking of the toes of the Guru. Okay. The feet of the Guru, lotus-like feet. Why are the feet compared to lotuses? This is a very interesting question. But and also very obvious because the lotus has a abiding presence in any discussion of Vedanta Shastra. Everywhere lotus, 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 because it manages to grow in the worst kind of sludge possible, but without getting affected. It grows in panka, that's why it's called pankaja, another word for lotus. Panka means not pankha. Pankha is fan. Panka. Ka. So, panka means it is a kind of a thick sludge. You don't feel like walking in it. And if you end up walking in it, then it takes half an hour to wash the feet. But here, even the lotus growing in this sludge is completely free of that sludge. That is why lotus. It has some small hairs. Maybe it was the inspiration for the discovery of the invention of Teflon non-stick cookware. After seeing the lotus alone, perhaps people said, we can use it in cookware. It has some small hairs, microscopic hairs, which gives it a fuzzy appearance, both the flower and the what is called the lotus pad, the lily pad. Lily is also like that. And then, so the lotus basically repels anything. So even if you throw some water, the drops fall off. And then if you throw some sludge, that also does not stick. So the Guru's feet are like lotuses, because even though they were born in what we call samsara, more about that later, what we call samsara, and if you don't know what samsara is, it's the sum total of various sorrows. Okay, that is what samsara is. So even though it's born in samsara, because anybody who has taken birth is born into this world of strife and fear and all kinds of things, tears and fears one is surrounded by. And so even though the lotus is supposedly born in samsara, then what happens? It is very much what is that? Away from it. Why are the feet of the Guru away from samsara? Because the Guru has gained the knowledge of how to defeat samsara. How to defeat samsara, the Guru knows. The Guru has gained knowledge. And so the Guru is unaffected by samsara, even though he may be walking and talking in this world of so-called duality, in this world of strife, in this world of various fears, etc., etc. Even though surrounded by conflict, the Guru is free of conflict. Surrounded by pain, the Guru is free of pain. Surrounded by strife, the Guru is free of strife. So therefore, the feet are, this is the first reason why the feet are compared to lotuses. Feet are compared to lotuses because they are both immune from getting, attracting or getting embroiled in difficult situations. That's why we say the feet are the lotuses. So feet are a pair of lotuses. Another reason to compare the feet to the lotus is this fact. That's why it's not a lily, it's a lotus. So the lotus blooms during the day and then it closes up at night. So what does that mean? It needs sunlight. It needs sunlight for the blooming to happen. The blooming takes place when? In the light of the sun. And so the light of the sun is the Shastra, the teaching, and the lotus becomes now the heart. A heart that has closed up tightly, as though the lotus was made of iron. When we were children, there was a toy, and it would probably be outlawed in America because it had all kinds of sharp edges and probably lead-based paint, but that did not deter us from enjoying it. And it was this kind of made of some kind of tin, this lotus, and then you had to crank a little thing, and then it would squeak, 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 and open up, and then it would close again. And so this was very fascinating. So the heart is kind of like this, made of this tin, and is rusty, dusty, closed tight. Why is the heart not open? The heart is not open because I'm not going to get insulted again. No, I'm not going to get hurt again. No, I don't dare to get affected by all this again. No, I'm not going to do this again. Remember what happened when I opened my heart last? Remember how many people took advantage of it? Remember all those things that happened, bad things happened? Therefore what? I have a coping mechanism. And what is the coping mechanism? The coping mechanism is shut it down once and for all. Are you happy? No, I'm lonely. I'm lonely, I'm not happy. So, see, I'm warming up now. So, anyhow, I'm lonely because this is not a friendly place to be all tightly wound up, closed for business, closed for the business of receiving love, of giving love, of being spontaneous, of being present. Completely shut down I am, and so this is the result of a coping mechanism. The coping mechanism now is no longer useful because it has become what? Moping mechanism. I want to open the heart. I would like to dare to trust again. And this trust is a very important thing in preparing for this knowledge. In Sanskrit, this trust is called Shraddha. So I want to open up the heart again. I want to dare to trust again, but I don't know how. And this is the reason we look to the teachers. We need help. And the writer of the Panchadashi, Svatmavidyananda, even though he is all he's understanding. He's the knower of the self. He's a jnani. Even though he's a jnani, what does he do? He still eulogizes the Guru. Does not take the credit for this knowledge himself. Instead, he says, it's because of the Guru that this understanding is coming to me. And so therefore what? So he says that these lotuses are completely bloomed lotuses in the form of the feet of the teacher. The feet are the foundation, and the Guru is the embodiment of the knowledge. So therefore the focus on the feet. The focus on the feet is because of this alone. And so therefore, that is why we have this wonderful simile here. Adrishtanta, the Guru's feet are what? They have been opened up by the Shastra. They have been opened up, not the feet, but the whole teacher is a walking embodiment of trust, spontaneity, joy. All that comes from trust alone. Being able to just be in the place, being able to be alive to the realities and not getting affected by small things at first, and then big things later on. Being alive to the realities and having that joyous spontaneity of a 2-year-old, which just does whatever it feels like, and it feels free before it understands many things. And so the lotuses, that's why the second reason why the lotus comparison is given here is because these lotuses are already bloomed by the touch of what? The Shastra, by the touch of the Guru. Before this Guru, Shankarananda's Guru made the heart of Shankarananda open, the heart lotus open, and then what? And then Shankarananda's teachings helped both Svatmavidyananda and the co-author of this, who is that? Bharati Tirtha, to open to this knowledge, and they are all what? Very blessed. And then the idea is propitiating these feet, saying Namaha to the feet of the Guru, guru of the teacher of this particular Nataka Deepa, Swami Vidyaranya's guru, we are also wanting what? Our hearts to open. That is the prayer. May our hearts open, and when the heart is open, then darshan of Bhagavan takes place. Now, those of you who have attended the puja here, you will know this. You will see this very well. You will know this. That when they close the doors in between to dress the Lord, what do you see in the doors? You see the pattern of a lotus. This was Pujya Swamiji's design. And the lotus opens, what do you see inside? Bhagavan. And it's just mimicking what is happening in the heart here. So when the heart lotus opens, the Bhagavan is there, right there. You don't have to manufacture Bhagavan. You don't have to do prana pratishtha. You don't have to install Bhagavan. Bhagavan is already there. And the Bhagavan that is already there is seen. So was not seen before. Why was this Bhagavan not seen before? Bhagavan was not seen before primarily because the heart was not open. When the heart is open, the darshan will take place. Of whatever there is, the darshan will take place. This is the teaching here. Namah Shri Shankarananda Guru Padambu Janmane. That is why I remain saluting the feet of the Guru Shankarananda, which are the lotuses. The lotuses, the open, blossomed lotuses, blossoming lotuses, which convey the truth of the Shastra and which embody which exemplify for me how my heart should be. And also, they teach me how to walk in samsara without getting affected by samsara, not even in the slightest. And so, Namaha. So then this is the first line. And all this is just one word, okay? Yeah. Then the next line is also one more word. So in 2 words, we have the eulogy for the Guru. Savilasa mahamoha graha grasaika karmane. One word. That's all. Simple. Yeah. So who is this Guru? Who is this Shankarananda whose feet we have just anointed with our prayers? This Shankarananda is called Ekakarman. Ekakarman means having just one job. Lazy Guru maybe. Only one job. Only one thing this Guru has to do. Ekakarman. Tasmai namaha. Ekakarmane namaha. For this one job Guru, my salutations. That salutations was already there in the first word of the first line. We are just importing it down here because that it should be done because this is also the 4th case. So this Shankarananda, who is Ekakarman, one job Guru. And what is the job? Grasa Ekakarmane. Grasa means eating. Oh, the Guru's job is just to eat? Wow, that's very nice. Go from bhiksha to bhiksha to bhiksha. What is bhiksha? What we call lunch for the sannyasi is called bhiksha. Just a fancy term, that's all. So Guru just goes hopping from food to food. Guru must be a foodie. That is the Ekakarman. Maybe she or he writes Yelp reviews. Maybe that's what the Guru does, keeps on eating. Okay, I'll play. What does the Guru eat? Let's see the diet of this Guru, whose only job is to eat. What does this Guru eat? What is the diet of this Guru? Graha grasaha. Graha means anything that catches and doesn't let go. What are some examples? That's why they are called graha, correct. Very good. No, but think of something less esoteric. In the world, in the wild, what are the some things that catch and do not let go? Hmm? Child to the mother. Yeah, no, we are talking of wild things, wild animals. Okay, yeah. Yes, alligator, shark, they are all called graha. Half the blessed animal is teeth, okay, and the other half is the tail. Both of them lash out. One of them catches and doesn't let go. Graha. All these biting, catching things are graha. Those animals, the sharks, the alligators and all, water animals. Because the metaphor of the lotus, water, is continuing. So water animals, they just catch. The alligator caught hold of baby Adi Shankara. Everybody knows this story. Adi Shankara was swimming in the river. And the river graha, river alligator, came and thought, oh, not quite lunch because it's a small boy, snack. Got hold of the leg. Soon the area of the river where he is just become red, full of blood. He's swimming in bloody waters, sinking mostly. Cries for help. Everybody is assembled on the banks. Everybody is helpless. There's nothing to hold on to. But then, that's why he is Adi Shankara and we are not. Why? Because he understood why the crocodile was catching him even at the age of 8 years old. The 8-year-old boy must have been a direct descendant of Nachiketa in the Kathopanishad, also 8. This 8-year-old boy tells the mother, the crocodile is catching hold of me because I'm not supposed to be here. He could understand the simile between the crocodile and samsara, and he said, there's only one way of making it let go. I have to become a sannyasi. You can't become a sannyasi without the mother's permission. Mother has kept you in her womb for what? 9 months? Not a simple thing to do. Not only that, has changed the nappy for another 1 or 2 years and has cleaned up all the spit up, changed all the nappies, done so much sacrifice. So therefore the mother's permission must be taken. And so the mother is also on the bank. Everybody is crying and screaming and praying for the alligator to let go, and it has no idea, no intention of letting go at all. And then what happens? The baby Shankara says, I need to become a sannyasi. Mother, give me the permission to take sannyasa. Then it will let go. It will definitely let go. Desperate situations call for desperate measures. And then what happens? Mother says, Tathastu, okay, become a sannyasi, no problem. Miracle. Alligator lets go. Then after the alligator has swum to safety, all the first aid people get in the river, rescue the boy, drag him to the bank and tie up the wound, etc., give him something to drink. And then after he's regained his strength, then the mother says, come on, let's go home. You can take a nice bath, you can have something to eat. I'll take care of you. You need rest. You're so weak. He says, no, I can't go home. What do you mean you can't go home? You're a small boy. No, I have taken sannyasa. That was for the alligator. No, we can't do that. You have to keep the word. So, these catching things is very symbolic. The story is very symbolic. The catching thing doesn't let go until you say, I let go. Very interesting. By very interesting paradox, This graha, the catching thing, here the alligator, does not let go until Shankara says, you know what, I am giving up everything, I am letting go. I'm letting go of my defenses, I'm letting go of my offenses, I'm letting go of my blocks, I'm letting go of my distrust, I'm letting go of my resistance, I'm letting go of always being subject to the fears of how I will lead my life, the fear of disapproval by the society, I'm letting go of approval seeking, I'm letting go of trying to get people to validate me, I'm letting go of all kinds of things. And when you say I'm letting go, then samsara lets go. Not without some help. And what is that help? The shark is the eater of people. The samsara shark, the samsara alligator, consumes you for breakfast, lunch and dinner, spits you out the next day, and then you just kind of get up, wash off, tend to the wounds, and then what? Only to go back into its mouth again and again and again. The jiva becomes a chew toy for the alligator called samsara. Like a cat toy, dog toy, is there. And then some of the dog toys I have seen, whenever the dog bites on it, it makes a squeaky noise. That's very appropriate because that is the jiva. Squeaking each time, coming under the spell of samsara, I am caught by samsara, ayayyo, cry, scream, lament, repent. And then the dog gets tired of it, sees some other toy, another jiva, and then it goes and catches that, and then this is how the whole life proceeds. And this biting thing, we need help. For it to stop biting, this grabbing thing, we need that which grabs and doesn't let go. We need help. So the shark and the alligator is the eater of the jiva, the eater of my hopes and ambitions, including the ambition and the desire to be free. The shark is the eater of the jiva's ambitions, hopes, desires. And the guru is the eater of the shark. Non-veg guru, okay? Yeah. Eater of the shark. Seafood guru. Eater of the shark, eater of the alligator in the form of samsara. How beautiful this prayer is, see? Eater of the alligator in the form of samsara. That's the only job, no other job. And how is this eating happening? The eating is happening through the teaching. The more the guru teaches, the more the shark is eaten up. So therefore, the eating karma is ascribed to the guru, not to anybody else. The eating karma is ascribed to the guru because the Shastra proceeds in this way. The Shastra does not really give new knowledge. It takes away, rather eats up the wrong idea of yourself, of the Jagat, the universe, of even Ishvara. It eats up all the wrong ideas. It dismisses the notions. The Guru dismisses the notions that you have about yourself, which are what? All wrong. All of them are wrong. Each and every one of them are wrong. There is not even a single right notion. Oh, come on, you're just biased because you've been in this line too long. And you don't know what the regular people live like. We have some good notions also. Tell me one of them. No. Tell me one notion that is true, that is real. Tell me one notion that is in line with reality. You will not find it. Mostly these notions are like I am, okay, that is the only truth. I am, yes. But do the notions stop at I am, full stop? No. If you just go around saying I am, people will think something is wrong with you. What? I am what? What are you? They will say. And you will happily, sadly, complete the sentence. I am an idiot. I am no good. Nobody loves me. For that matter, I don't love anyone either. That's why the heart is closed. This is who I am. Otherwise, there will be a whole series of wrong identifications. I am what? 6 feet tall. That means what? Body identification. I am this many pounds, kilos in weight. Nobody tells that. It's secret, but it's just known. Yeah. Nobody advertises, I am this many kilos, I am this many pounds. Nobody says. But it is understood. At least it's an internal thought. Then what else? Then people identify by the color of their hair. It's very strange, but true. I'm blonde. What does this mean, I'm blonde? I'm a bunch of golden colored hair. That's what I'm saying. That's all I am. If that was bad enough, the one who says I'm bald, what do you say to that identification? I'm a bunch of non-existent hair. This is all body dharma identification. Then mind dharma identification. I'm restless. I'm sad. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. All these are notions. Even in the middle of it, you say, I'm ecstatic. I'm happy. That also is a notion. Why? Because it doesn't stay. As soon as you finish saying, yay, there is a catch here. Ow! So, any notion that one has about oneself is just dead wrong. But how did these are the notions that are the sharks of samsara. They bite. That is the one. You see how it has grabbed hold and it is not letting go. Do you see that? Even after so many Vedanta retreats, the shark is still around. What shall I catch? Where shall I catch you? Oh, now you don't think you are the body anymore. Okay, let me find other ways to catch you. So the catching things are very addictive. Extremely addictive, catchy things. Biting things. Things that take a hold and never, ever, ever let go. Never, ever let go. And these notions are too many to list. Not only do they encompass the body-mind complex, they also extend to things that not only which I call me, but mine. Things that I call mine, they are also all that is there. This is my thing. Nothing wrong. You may own many things in life. But that which you possess is what is being talked about. You may own many, many things in life. But that possessive nature, this has to belong to me, otherwise I will not be able to live. This is the notion. This is another notion that's dead wrong. This is mine. This is me. And this is mine. That is half of the world. What about the other half of the world? Not yet mine. Soon to be mine. You see, all these notions create a sense of lack centered on the I. And then to fill up this lack, there is a frantic effort to fill up the lack by making things mine. Mine, 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 mine. If I don't have, I lack. I lack anything called self-esteem. I lack anything called a semblance of self-validation. I lack security. I lack love because I don't know I am the very embodiment of the love that I seek. I lack everything. And in this lack, the life has become very lackluster. I don't like this lackluster life. I do not like this lackluster self. So what do I do to remedy it? I shore up all kinds of things, people, situation, events. The Jagat, the manifest universe, becomes my very companion in making me feel good. How long will the Jagat make you feel good? Huh? Tell me. How long will the Jagat make you feel good? Oh, it has done pretty well so far. People are actually thinking, that's why nobody is answering. Yeah. Just wait, live a few years longer, that's all I have to say. Yeah. So, the Jagat can't make you feel good forever. It will make you feel good for a little while. Until the doldrums come back, until the pain, the fear, the sorrow, the questioning, the invalidation is just lurking like the very shark that is waiting to pounce. And these alligators and sharks, they are not very predictable. When they will, they don't say, please, know that the attack will happen at 4 p.m. this evening. They're not going to take an appointment or give you notice. They're not going to give you notice. I'm coming for tea at 4 o'clock. They're not going to tell you that. And we'll have chai, pe, charcha, talk, tea talk, little tete-a-tete we will have. No. They are experts in these shark-like notions, are experts in what? Ambush, guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla warfare is a term that was used when the Mughals were ruling India, and Maharaja Shivaji learnt the lesson of not confronting them directly, confronting the enemy indirectly. There's a nice story also how he learnt this, but that can be for satsang. You can ask and I will tell you the story. I don't want to get distracted by that now. So, these biting things, these catching things which never let go, they ambush. You think you're rid of them. You escaped with just a loss of a little flesh and a few skin, and then you got sewn up. You went and got sewed up. You went and got bandaged. What is going and getting sewn up and bandaged? You attended a Vedanta retreat. This is the hospital for all notions. To recover from the notions. From all these notional shark attacks. So you came, attended a Vedanta retreat, got all bandaged up, was given a crutch to crawl home, and then stayed there. And then what? The next attack came without warning. And that's why the Guru is seen as the eater. The knowledge is the eater-upper of these notions. That's why the Guru has an enormous, colossal appetite. An appetite that never comes to an end. Few sharks of a few shishyas is not enough for this Guru. Garangutan appetite. The Guru is always ready to devour a few more biting sharks, catching alligators from all the people who say Namaha. This is very important. That's why the teaching begins with Namaha. Surrender salutations. So, this is a very beautiful prayer. Eka karmane, grahak grasa, grahak grasanam. The grasanam means the eating, the swallowing up of the grahas which trouble the shishyas. But for that, I have to tell myself I am a shishya. I have to mint myself as a shishya. Otherwise, the Guru is not going to help each and every person in the universe. Only to the people who are ready to be relieved of the shark catching, of these catching things. Because if you don't think you have a problem, then you will not ask for help. Only when you think you have a problem, when you are understanding the fact that there is a problem, then only you ask for help. And when you ask for help, the help is gained, given. And then, what kind of grasa? What kind of catching things does the Guru eat up? What kind of difficult notions the Guru is going to eat up is given in the two words in the next line. Mahamohagrasa. The alligator in the form of moha. What is moha? Delusion. Very good. Delusion. Mahamoha. What is maha? Great delusion. Huge delusion. Like Maharaja, big Raja. Here, Mahamoha, the great delusion. The shark in the form of the greatest of delusion, the spoof. The delusional sharks, multiple here, we can say plural. The delusional sharks of wrong notions, of tears, of fears, sharks of samsara are eaten up by the Guru with a huge appetite for seafood. Eaten up. Very healthy Guru, because all this, fish oil and all these things are supposed to be very good. The sharks are all eaten up, the crocodiles are gone. Then we can say, is that it? No, because there is also one more word that says, what does it say? Savilasa mahamoha. Vilasena saha vartate. So this great delusion, and what is this great delusion? Is this big lie. What is this big lie? The big lie is I am a mortal. I am subject to samsara. I am subject to sorrow. I am subject to pain. I am subject to all kinds of delusions. This is the big lie, which I have completely internalized. I am caught in the grip of this big lie. And the big lie comes along with friends, savilasa. The big lie, as though that is not bad enough, comes along with a few other things. And what are the few other things? The big lie makes me a very sad person. And then the big lie makes me have all kinds of nonsensical desires which have nothing to do with coming out of the problem in which I find myself. The big lie hides the problem and then instead makes me have desires which have nothing to do with coming out of this quandary in which I am. So it makes me have nonsensical desires. I don't feel good about myself. What do you mean? I'm too short. So what will you do? I will wear high heels. T.S. Eliot, very, very good poet, he wrote one song he wrote a poet that was entitled The Love Song of Alfred J. Prufrock. Very interesting, this thing. And in there, it's a testament to samsara. A very beautiful poem. You must read it sometime. Here we go again. You and I, as the evening stretches against the sky, like a patient anesthetized upon a table. Beautiful, very beautiful. So it's a testament to the so-called modern world where everybody is just making the motions of eating, drinking, going to work, coming back, sleeping and all these things. The heart is not in it. Why is the heart not in it? We know because we already have a sneak preview. The heart is closed. It's an iron heart. It is closed. Because of fear, because of distrust. And then at some point, a character in the poem says, I grow old. I grow old. And I don't want to grow old. Right? That's the idea. He states it loudly. I grow old. I grow old. I don't want to grow old. So therefore, what are you going to do? Let's see. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. This is the direct quote from the poem. I grow old, I grow old, I'll wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Meaning something to distract. Maybe if I wear the bottoms of the trousers rolled, like the young people in the society, then they will also think I am young. So we engage in inane desires. Desires that have nothing to do with internal growth, and nothing to do with delving into the depths of what this is all about. Nothing to do with that. Desires which just make me run round in circles, and every desire is finite, and whether I will fulfill them or not is again a big question. Anybody who has tried to fulfill even one simple desire knows how difficult it is to fulfill a desire. And so therefore, I have to let go. But here, the graha, the alligator, as I said, comes along with certain friends. It sends an SMS to its friends. Here is a person, gullible in samsara. Let us attack this person. So, this alligator now, we can reveal its identity, avidya. What is avidya? Ignorance. What kind of ignorance? Self-ignorance. What other kind is there? Self-ignorance. I don't know myself. That's why I have all these notions. That not knowing myself is this shark, which the Guru eats up. Very beautiful. And this shark is coming along with some friends. The ignorance of the self morphs into wrong knowledge. Like our favorite example. What is our favorite example? Rope snake. What else do we have? Pot clay. Yeah. Here, rope snake. The rope spied at twilight, when the light is low, is mistaken for the snake. There is something I see, but I do not see clearly what that is, what there might be. Therefore, I mistake it for something that is already there as an object of anxiety and fear in my heart. Eek, snake. Rope turns into snake, a harmless rope. I have the capacity, I have the dubious distinction of turning the harmless rope in the universe into a snake that is ready to attack me. This is called savilasa. So this mahamoha morphs into wrong knowledge. Only in the human being, mind you, not in the animals. The dog also doesn't know I am God. There is a spelling mistake in my name. It doesn't say that. The cat could care less what it is. So, it is all like this. It's just so beautiful. But in the case of the animals, they are programmed. They are programmed to think that this is all that is there. They eat, they drink. As long as they are allowed to eat, drink, reproduce, and die away naturally without coming in the middle of 2 slices of bread, they are happy. They're not killed for food, they're happy. They're okay. They don't have complex desires. They don't say, I have to conquer a country. They don't say, I have to do this. They don't say, I have to get this. No. But the human being, in making the human being, Prakriti, the goddess, just pulled all the stops. There is self-awareness which is total. In animals also there is self-awareness, but enough to make out their own species for the purposes of propagation and make out species other than themselves, again for the purposes of protecting that species. Predators. How to recognize my own species? Who are friends? Who are predators? This is all that there is. Where can I get food? How to get food? This is all they know. But in the human being, Bhagavati, the goddess, just pulled all the stops. Total self-awareness, no programming at all. Completely free I am. I am aware of myself. I am aware of everything else. Freedom to desire the stars in the sky. I can desire, I want to pluck this star. I can even have that desire. This kind of an unfettered freedom is both a blessing and a challenge at once. It's a blessing because I can desire to put an end to these biting, catching things once and for all by knowing the truth of myself. It's a challenge because, why? Because I could desire all kinds of wrong things. And this self-awareness, very easily because of this challenge, leads to self-judgment. I'm free enough to judge myself. A very dubious blessing. That's why I need help. And that's why the morphing of this ignorance into, ignorance is ajnanam. The morphing of it into anyatha jnanam. Anyatha jnanam means wrong knowledge. Seeing snakes in place of rope. Seeing every situation through the filter of my own subjectivity. Everybody is dangerous. Everybody is snake-like. Oh, but they are not slithering. Wait and see, they will. This is the feeling. These well-entrenched notions is the accompaniment to Atma Ajnanam, self-ignorance. And these well-entrenched notions is what is the cause of samsara, fears, sorrows, which leads to a life of becoming. A life of becoming means what? Becoming something or the other. I want to become famous. Okay, now you are famous. Are you happy? No. Now I want to become rich. Okay, now you are rich and famous. Are you happy? No. I want to become something else. Never happy. There was this, when Bill Gates was living somewhere in Seattle, long back, he had a house with a moving bedroom, master bedroom attached to the house, but it would move because Seattle means northeast, not much sunlight. Lots of rain. So it would have a sensor where it would move throughout the day to face the sun. And even after that, in an interview, he was asked, "Are you happy? You're so famous, you've made it, you're rich, you're famous." "Oh, I don't have enough time with my daughter." Some regret will be there, even if one has every single thing in life. So that shows either shoring up things or getting rid of things. Two kinds of pursuits in life, in Sanskrit called pravritti and nivritti, are not going to help me. Drop samsara. Savilasa means the ajnanam has some friends. In fact, there is a whole generation. Avidya, matriarch. We can have a family tree of Mata Avidya, the matriarch. She has a son. What's his name? Kama. All kinds of nonsensical desires because I don't know myself. Kama also has a son. What is his name? No, don't go in that trajectory. Karma, action. Desire does not let you sit down quietly. Desire exerts a pressure. I want it now, I want it yesterday. What are you doing to me? I have to have it now. I want it right now. Like the fellow who prayed for patience. Oh God, give me some patience right now. Like that. The desire creates an urgency, a pressure for immediate fulfillment. That is the son of avidya, desire, and the pressure makes you act impulsively. Karma is the son of kama. Then, going down the line, karma also has, twins. Karma has twins. Oh, really? Yeah. To make the plot twist, have a twist in the plot. Karma has twins. What are they? Papa, punya. Papa, punya. Ragadvesha comes in desire. You can't bring it in here. Papa punya, results of action. So we have avidya, self-ignorance. Whose child, whose pawn is what? Desires of all kinds of desires. And the pressure exerted by the desire, the offspring of this desire is action. The offspring means what? That which makes you spring into action. Is action. Action always comes with result of action. Papa, bad karma, results of uncomfortable actions, comfortable results of comfortable actions, and then they have the next generation, punarjanma. Since the original problem of this samsara was not tackled this life, Bhagavan in all the kindness and compassion gives another life, next life, better luck next time. And in the next life, you sit in a Vedanta retreat, immediately get depressed. Why? Because you have a deja vu. First it's exciting. Oh, I recognize this. I think I've done this before. Wait a minute, I've done this before? Oh no. So this is the opening prayer. You see, and then we'll unpack the prayer further to see how this brilliant prayer summarizes everything that we need to know about Vedanta's vision in general and about this chapter in particular. More we'll see in a couple of hours. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Surekha, I have a job for you. Please meet me.